Most people go through life unaware of the hidden treasure they carry within themselves. They walk, they talk, they work, they live day after day. But deep inside their mind lies a force so powerful, so transformative, that if they truly understood it, their lives would never remain the same again. The truth is, your mind is not just a place where random thoughts float around. It is a factory of creation, a powerhouse designed by your Creator to influence the very direction of your life. But here's the thing. Until you become aware of that hidden force, you will always underestimate yourself, and you will always live smaller than what you were destined for. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you told yourself, "I can't do this. I'm not good enough. I don't have what it takes"? How many times have you looked at others and believed they were somehow born with something you lack? That's the illusion. The difference between those who rise and those who remain stuck is not that one has more talent or luck than the other. It's that one discovered the power of the mind, and the other never even realized it was there. Awareness is the starting point. Because you cannot use what you do not recognize. Your thoughts are not neutral. Every single thought carries energy. Every single idea carries weight. And when you become aware that your mind is like soil and your thoughts are like seeds, then you start to understand why your life looks the way it does. If you plant fear, you reap hesitation. If you plant doubt, you reap defeat. But if you plant courage, vision, and faith, you reap growth, opportunity, and breakthrough. Awareness is not just about noticing your thoughts. It is about taking responsibility for them. So many people blame life, they blame their circumstances, they blame the people around them, but they never pause to ask, what is going on inside me? Why am I thinking the way I am? Why am I expecting so little for myself? The hidden power inside your mind begins to awaken when you stop blaming the world outside and start becoming conscious of the world within. The moment you realize, wait, I have the ability to shift the direction of my life by shifting the direction of my thoughts, something incredible begins to happen. You are no longer a victim of circumstances. You become a participant in your own destiny. But awareness is not always comfortable. Because when you really start to observe your own mind, you begin to notice how often you've been negative, how often you've been harsh on yourself, how often you've been entertaining fear instead of faith, and that can be painful. Yet, that awareness is the very light that begins to dissolve the darkness. You cannot clean a room in the dark. You need light. In the same way, you cannot transform your life if you remain blind to your inner patterns. Once the light of awareness shines on your thoughts, you can see what needs to go and what needs to grow. This is why some people transform their lives so dramatically. They didn't suddenly get lucky. They didn't suddenly get stronger. They simply woke up to the reality that their mind was working against them. And then they decided to take control. And once you take control, once you realize you have the power to choose your thoughts, your perspective, your focus, then nothing outside can break you the way it once did. So the first step, the foundation of unlocking the hidden power inside your mind, is awareness. It is waking up every morning and asking yourself, what am I planting today? Because those thoughts will become tomorrow's reality. And once you become aware of that truth, you will never look at yourself the same way again. Once you become aware of the hidden power within your mind, the next step is learning how to shape it. Awareness is like switching on the light in a dark room. You see what's there. But shaping the mind is like deciding how to arrange that room, what to remove, what to add, and how to create the environment you want to live in. This is where the real transformation begins. Because your mind is not fixed, it is not rigid. It is flexible, it is moldable, and the way you feed it determines the way it grows. Every single day, your mind is absorbing something. It's like clay in the potter's hand. constantly being shaped, whether you realize it or not. The question is who or what is shaping it? Is it your fears? Is it the negative voices around you? Is it the constant stream of doubts that you allow to play on repeat? Or are you intentionally shaping it with faith, with vision, with gratitude, with belief that you are capable of more? The reality is, you cannot stop your mind from being shaped, but you can choose what shapes it. Think about it like this. If you leave a garden unattended, weeds grow automatically. You don't need to plant them, they just come. But if you want flowers, fruits, or strong trees, you need to plant them intentionally, water them daily, and pull out the weeds when they appear. The same is true for your mind. Negativity grows automatically. Doubt grows automatically. But strength, hope, discipline, and wisdom, they must be planted. They must be nurtured. Shaping your mind starts with the words you speak to yourself. Too often, we are our own worst critics. We repeat words in our head that we would never dare to say to another person, yet we say them to ourselves without hesitation. You'll never make it. You're not good enough. You'll always be stuck. And then we wonder why we feel broken, unmotivated, or weak. The truth is, the words you repeat to yourself are chiseling away at your identity. If you speak defeat long enough, you will believe it. If you speak courage long enough, you will believe that too. And it doesn't stop with words. It's about focus. Your mind takes the shape of whatever you focus on most. Focus on problems, and your mind becomes a factory of worry. Focus on possibilities, and your mind becomes a factory of solutions. Focus on the past, and your mind becomes heavy with regret. Focus on the future with hope, and your mind becomes alive with anticipation. You cannot control every event in life, but you can control what you choose to focus on, and that focus will shape the way you live. Then comes consistency. Shaping the mind is not something you do once and forget. Just like the gym, one workout will not make you fit. It's the daily repetition, the discipline, the effort over time that creates strength. In the same way, daily habits shape your mind. What are you reading? Who are you listening to? What kind of conversations are you entertaining? These are like the tools that sculpt the clay of your mind. If you surround yourself with negativity, your mind will harden in negativity. If you surround yourself with uplifting voices and meaningful reminders, your mind will be carved into resilience, vision, and strength. And shaping your mind is not just about achieving success in this world. It's about inner peace, about carrying yourself through storms without being crushed, about living with clarity even when everything around you is unclear. When your mind is shaped with the right thoughts, you walk differently, you speak differently, and you carry a light within you that even others begin to notice. So remember, awareness shows you what's inside, but shaping your mind determines what you will become. And once you decide to shape it with intention, nothing in this world can stop you from stepping into the life you were created for. When we talk about the hidden power of the mind, one of the most fascinating truths is that your thoughts are not just random sparks of energy floating around. They are seeds. Every thought you entertain, whether positive or negative, is like a seed planted into the soil of your heart and mind. Over time, those seeds grow, they take root, and they begin to shape the way you live, the choices you make, and the person you become. You may not always notice it immediately, but the direction of your life is often the reflection of the thoughts you consistently nurture. Imagine a farmer. If he plants apple seeds, he does not expect mangoes to grow. If he plants wheat, he doesn't expect roses to appear. The harvest will always reflect the seed. Yet in life, many of us plant thoughts of doubt, fear, envy, or bitterness and still expect peace, success, and happiness. That doesn't work. The mind is incredibly powerful, but it is also incredibly obedient. It multiplies whatever you give it. Feed it negativity, and it will produce more negativity. Feed it vision, gratitude, and faith, and it will multiply those qualities until your whole life reflects them. This is why it is so important to guard your inner dialogue. Some people underestimate the power of just one repeated thought. But a single thought, if left unchecked, can spiral into a belief. And beliefs are what drive your decisions and your destiny. For example, if you keep telling yourself, "I am not capable," you will stop trying new opportunities, you will hold back, you will shrink yourself to fit that belief. On the other hand, if you feed your mind with, "I am learning, I am growing, I am capable," you'll find yourself stepping into challenges with courage, seeing setbacks as lessons, and building resilience day by day. Another powerful thing about thoughts is that they don't just shape your inner world, they influence your outer reality. Science even shows us that your thoughts affect your body. Stressful, negative thoughts can weaken your immune system, drain your energy, and even affect your sleep. Meanwhile, thoughts of peace, gratitude, and purpose can restore energy, strengthen your health, and lift your spirit. Isn't it amazing that the very same brain you use to create worry can be used to create hope? The same mind that produces fear has the potential to produce faith. But here's where it gets even deeper. Thoughts attract. They create momentum. Like a magnet, they pull similar experiences into your life. If you're always thinking that people cannot be trusted, soon you will only see situations that confirm your suspicion. If you believe that opportunities will come, suddenly you'll start noticing doors opening that you never saw before. What changed? Not the world around you, but the filter of your mind. Your thoughts set the tone for what you notice, what you believe is possible, and how you respond. This is why disciplining your thoughts is one of the most important things you can do for your life. It's not about denying reality. Struggles, pain, and setbacks are real, but you can choose the meaning you give them. Two people can face the same challenge. One sees it as the end. The other sees it as preparation. The difference lies not in the situation, but in the thoughts they choose to hold on to. So I ask you today, what seeds are you planting in your mind? Are they seeds of despair or seeds of hope? Are they seeds of limitation or seeds of possibility? Because sooner or later, those seeds will grow, and when they do, they will shape not just your inner world, but your entire reality. And if you truly believe in the hidden power of your mind, then you know it's time to plant with intention, water with consistency, and harvest with faith.